Well, hello, hello. Here we are back on the live. Everyone's getting notified right now. So, hopefully you are having an awesome day. So the way I'm feeling really blessed today. I'm not sure what's going on, but I have been very busy. So, for this evening, we're actually going to work on, hey, Tin. We're going to be working on subtracting and multiplying polynomials. Yes, definitely had some fun this afternoon. And I was like, you know what? Let me come back on here. So the last time I did this, I was kind of looking at adding polynomials. So let me use an example. So we have 3x squared. Let's see if you can see that. All right. So 3x squared minus 4x minus 1. And we're going to add that to 8x squared minus x plus 6. So let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit, as that's a possibility. Because trust me, my apparatus is being held on by a wind and a prayer. All right, so when you're doing adding, because if I look in between the two parentheses, I'm doing addition. So all you're doing is playing the matching game. So I'm going to match my x squares, which is this 3x squared. I'm going to match it up with this 8x squared. So when I say match it up, I'm looking at the variables and the exponents. They have to be exactly the same. And if they are, great, you got a match. Now you get to add them together. So you add what's called the coefficients, the 3 and the 8. Add that together and I get 11. And I just bring down the x squared. Okay, so all I'm doing is playing a matching game. That's all that's happening right here. I want to make sure I'm saying hi to people and not having them join in. Okay, so that takes care of the x squares. Boom and boom. So now we're taking a look at the next ones. My negative 4x and this negative x. So negative 4x plus negative x. So if you think about it, it's almost like, think about how credit cards are being used. You know, well, maybe some people's credit cards are not like this, but mine is. So I have negative $4 on my credit card and I'm trying to buy something for $1. So all of a sudden it kind of lets me do it. So that means I'm beginning to owe even further. I'm owing $5. So I tried to make math real as real can be, right? Hey, Veronica, pleasure to meet you. So one thing that you need to know, when you have a negative and you're adding with the negative, if the signs are the same, add the numbers and keep the signage. So you have a negative 4, a negative 1, that gives me a negative 5x. So now my x's are done. So what remains is this negative 1 and this positive 6. So here I go. I'm in the negative $1, but someone gave me $6. Oh, I'm not in the negative anymore. Now I have a difference of $5. So if you think of it, when the signs are different, you're subtracting and you're going to keep the sign of the largest number. So the largest number right here is going to be 6, so it's going to be a positive 5. So if you think of it like 6 minus $1, $6, you minus $1, that means you have $5 left. All right. So if you put it in terms of money, you'll be able to kind of make the connection rather quickly. All right. So thank you. That's so smart. Good wish to remember. Yes. So when you're taking a look at it, now take a look. We got x squared, we have an x, and we have what's called a constant because it doesn't have an x or a y or any kind of letter of the alphabet next to it. So that means we don't have any more like terms. So since we don't have any like terms, that is my final answer. Okay, so when you're adding them together, go ahead and combine like terms. You're just doing like a matching game when you're dealing with adding of your polynomials. So, hey everyone, thank you for coming in. Oh, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. Getting follows, getting rose. People are killing their thumbs. I love it. Yes, and if you know of anyone else that needs assistance with adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials, I know I had a couple of students that was working on this. So if you have some kids that are currently working, you could yell in the other room, "Hey, are you working on this?" If so, get your butt in here, because Miss Audrey's over here doing this, and this is basically for free. So if you do, this will be the perfect time to get it done. All right, so let me see if I can do one more with addition, and then we're going to get to what we're supposed to be here for, which is the subtraction. So let's do this one. So we have 6x squared, okay, minus x minus 4. And then we're going to add that together with my 2x squared plus 5x minus 5. All right. So now let us figure out what is, I like to say, my highest degree. And if you're figuring out like what is a degree, so I'm going to put it over here. Think about temperature. So your degree is also known as your exponent. So think about it. I'm going to slide this over a little bit. So your degree is also known as your exponent. So if I said, okay, it's like 34 degrees out. Notice the degree symbol is in the same spot as an exponent. So when someone asks you, put it to the highest degree, they're looking for the highest exponent. Okay? It's going to be that simple, right? So now I want the highest degree. So my highest degree is to the second power, right? So since it's to the second power, I want to match those bad boys up. So here I am with my 6x squared. And is there any other x squares there? Yep, right here for that 2x squared. So now, all I want to do is just combine what's called the coefficients. That's all we're doing. We're just basically adding those together. So 6 plus 2, that gives me 8. So that means I have 8x squared. So you're probably thinking, I remember back in school and someone did something with the exponents, like we're supposed to add them or something. That only happens when you are multiplying, okay? And we're going to work on that tonight. So when you're adding, all you're doing is finding them as a match and then combining the coefficients. So now my x squareds, they're done. I kind of like to cross them off because sometimes these can get all kinds of crazy. So now you have negative x and a positive 5x. All right. So you have $5. You spent $1. That means I have $4 left. Okay. So I'm able to walk out that store with some money in my pocket. You know, not too many people can say that. All right. So when that happens, your x's are canceling out. And you're probably asking me, well, Audrey, where did that 1 come from? Well, the 1 is assumed. If you don't see a number, it's assumed that there is a 1 on the outside of that variable. Okay, so it's a negative 1 and a positive 5. So that's why we have a positive 4x. All right. If you guys have any questions or anything, go ahead and just put it in the chat or put it in the comments. And if you can double tap the screen, I would greatly appreciate it. All right. And if you know anybody that needs this assistance, please go ahead and share the live. Trust me, I'm here for it. OK, I really want to break all these things down for you guys. OK, so now what's left is my -4 and my -5. So as I mentioned earlier, even though we're adding, if the signs are the same, we're going to add the numbers and keep that sign. So both of the signs are negative. So it's going to be a negative here. And then we're going to add 4 and 5. So I'm not going to insult your intelligence, but I need for you guys to put it in the chat and make sure that you guys are still alive here. What is 4 plus 5? I know, I'm reaching. It's like the stress and the strain. Just push it. You got it. You know you can do it. No judgment here. Yes. Way to go. Thank you, my dear. It is a 9. So we got a -9. So look, we have 8x squared plus 4x minus 9. We don't have any like terms to combine. So this is my final answer. Okay. How are you guys feeling with this? Feeling okay? Oh, thank you for the follow. Love it, ladies. Appreciate it. And then a couple of gents. All right. I want to make sure that you're going to like math. Look at you guys. You're doing math. Thank you guys so much for the follows. I love it. All right. So this is adding, okay, polynomials. So now we're just going to take a slight step. No freak out. Breathe. Keep composure. All right. Keep it demure. So now we're going to go into subtracting. So when we do the subtraction, there's a small little trick that I like to do. So we have 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. And I'm going to subtract that with x squared minus 3x. I'm going to raise it up in a second. Plus 4. Okay. Just raise it up a little bit. All right. So when you see these problems and they say combine like terms, or they'll just say adding or subtracting, just take a moment. Okay. I like to put my little eyeballs on here. Take a moment and take a look up. Okay. What's going on? You got to take a look in there. If there is a minus sign, this is a little trick I like to use because this is what's happening. A lot of us can do the addition perfectly fine, but when it gets to the subtraction, you kind of get lost in the sauce. And I'm going to tell you what happens. They're saying, oh, okay, I got like terms with the 3x squared and the x squared. And right away, they'll do this fine. 3 minus 1. Oh, not a problem, Miss Audrey. I got 2x squared. That is wonderful. But then this is what happens. They bring down the -3x. They bring down the 4. They forget to do the subtraction with the other numbers. Why? I don't know. It's something in our psyche. Like, I don't know what's going on. But this is what needs to happen. So I like to look at K, F, C. You're probably like, oh no, Audrey, Kentucky Fried Chicken? Oh, okay, that's what we're doing? We having chicken, y'all. No. This is short for keep, flip, and then change. All right? You might have heard it as keep, change, change. Like some schools do it like that. Some people go all kinds of crazy, like keep, change, flip. No matter what, we all understand keep, change, change. We understand keep, flip, change. What's going to happen? You're going to keep the signage of the first parenthesis. So basically, you're going to copy it down. All right, so this 2x squared is going to come into effect. You're going to copy. So you're going to keep that 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, you're going to keep that. You're going to flip from a negative to a positive. Okay. And then you're going to change all the signage of the second parenthesis. The The reason why you're doing that, so instead of a positive x squared, it's a negative x squared. Instead of a negative 3x, it's going to be a positive 3x. Instead of a plus 4, it's going to be a minus 4. The reason why we do this is we understand the addition so much better than the subtraction. You get your signage perfectly fine, so why not change it to an addition problem without all the parentheses? All right? Okay? So now, from here, just like we started off with, we got our 3x squared minus x squared. That's where the 2x squared came from. All right, so that's done. So let me kind of cross that bad boy out. Boom and boom. So now the next one is my 2x. So we got 2x plus 3x. So 2x plus 3x, that gives me a plus 5x. Okay, how are we doing? Funny how I'm learning this right now. I know, but see, here's my thing. Better late than never, right? Okay, so now you understand these concepts. So before you know it, you're going to understand this and you're going to be able to teach other people how to do this. That is the whole process here, people. All right, so now that we got that done, bam and bam, what is left over? So what's left over? We have a positive 1 and a negative 4. So we have $1, but we're trying to buy something that's $4. You know, this is our math, right? And yes, Danielle, we do have a negative 3. Okay? Because we have $1, we want to buy something that's $4. That means we are short $3. All right? So this will be good when I take my... Oh, yes, definitely. Love this. I know. It's very soothing with all the basic sleepiness of happening. But that's basically it. So now we got 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. So if you take a look, we don't have any more. We have all our like terms. They're all done. That's it. Okay? Soothing math. See? Kara. Hey, Kara. Yes. Here's my thing, guys. This is the one thing. I used to suck at math when I was in school. All right? Totally sucked at it. You try to give me a fraction in front of me? Nope. Word problem? Oh, hell no. We ain't going to do any of that. But it took, I was an instructional assistant in the school. And this lady all of a sudden said that you shouldn't freak out, guys, because division, fractions is nothing but division. And I don't know what it was about that moment that all of a sudden I got it. All of a sudden things just started making sense. And then I just had to take a lot of the stress out of it. And guess how old I was when that happened? I was 25. Like, guys, I'm 52 right now. All right? 25. All of a sudden, math started making a little bit of sense to me. And then and I always like to say, you learn it when you do it. Okay? Now, I see I failed math twice. That's okay. So Beth is like, I'm confused. Why or how are you just able to switch the negative and positive in the equation? All right, not a problem. Because of the rulings, if you think about it, the opposite of a plus is a minus. So we don't want to change the structure, like the complete value of the equation. We just want to change it in a way that we can add the second equation. Because if we think about it, a negative times a negative gives us that positive. So if I'm pulling out a negative value from that second parenthesis, I have to even it out by making this into a positive, because a negative times a negative gives me that positive value. So when I do that, now I'm changing it not only from a subtraction form, I'm changing it to an addition form. So now it's easy for me because we're good at adding. We don't like subtracting. That's just how our brain works. I don't know why. I didn't invent it, but I notice with my students, a lot of them get the addition more than the subtraction. So why not change the equation or the expression so they can better understand it and be able to get 1, the correct signs, and 2, the correct answer. Did that answer you? Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Thank you. Not a problem, Beth. All right, Dr. Ham, 1. Okay, there's a 1. Yes. All right, so now let's do another one. Let's keep this train moving. So, number 2, boom. Let's try this one. So we have 2x squared minus 3x plus 7 minus 5x squared plus 3x plus 6. Let's see if I can get it all in here. I might have to shrink my screen a little bit just to make sure you guys get it. Because eventually I'll be fancy and smancy just like everyone else and be able to project it in other ways. All right. I feel smarter already. Of course, Kara, how many times do I have to tell you you're already smart? Okay. Every single one of you are smart. It's just a matter of the way that this stuff was presented to you was rushed and you didn't have time to ask questions. And at the age that you learned this, no one wanted to be that person to ask a question. We all know. But now that we're older, you can ask all the questions that you need. Okay? It's perfectly fine. So now we're dealing with the subtraction. So if we take a look, I'm not going to draw the eyeballs, but take a look right here in the middle, it's subtracting. So we want our KFC. Give us our chicken. Remember years ago, Oprah used to give away chicken? Okay, maybe that was just me. And it caused this huge stir. It was hilarious. So we're keeping the first parenthesis. So I'm just going to rewrite it. So 2x squared minus 3x plus 7. I'm going to flip that negative to a positive because I want to make this into an addition problem. And then I'm going to change that second parenthesis. So instead of a positive 5, it's going to be a negative 5x squared. Instead of a plus 3x, it's going to be minus 3x. And instead of a plus 6, it's a minus 6. Okay? So give us our chicken. Yes. So it's like I feel somewhat better going into this question after what I was just learned from the last question. Awesome, Beth. I love that. I love that learning. You got this. All right. So now I'm going to say, what is my highest degree? Put in the chat. Tell me what is my highest degree. Remember degree, temperature. What's in the same spot as that degree symbol? Go ahead, flood in the comments. What is my highest degree? Kara's got a 2. I know there's more of us here. Oh, look at us with 16. Okay, my x squared. Okay. I have 2 people. Beth, good. X squared. Okay, I got an x squared. I got to follow. Thank you so much. And guess what, ladies and gents? Good. My highest degree is that squared. So we want to match up those x squares. How you guys feeling? You're like, I feel smart because you are smart. Stop letting society bring you down. All right. So now, yes, it's going to be those 2. So we need to combine that 2 and the minus 5. So I have $2. I want to buy something that costs $5. That means what? That means I'm gaining money or am I short money? Look at Kara showing off. I love it. What is a higher degree? The higher degree is your highest exponent. Okay? These x's, assuming it has a 1 for the exponent. So your highest degree is your highest exponent. Yes, so we are short money, and we are short $3. Okay, I have $2. I want to spend $5, but I am short $3. So that means 2 minus 5 gives me a negative 3, and I'm just bringing the x squared. Okay, so now my x squareds, they're done. So now I want to combine. So this time I have negative 3x. Oops. I have negative 3x adding with negative 3x. So as I mentioned, we have Miss Butterfly, yes. So as we mentioned, if the signs are the same, okay, regardless if I'm adding or subtracting, if the signs are the same, I'm going to keep the sign and I'm going to add the numbers. So we got a negative 6x. Yes. How's everyone doing? I'm seeing ones. Why am I seeing a 1? Yes, Les. Is it Lesla for 6x? Yes. But make sure you make it negative because both of them have a negative in front. So when the signs are the same, when you're adding or subtracting, your answer is going to take on that sign and you just add the numbers. Okay? Oh, okay, I see what you're doing, Butterfly. Got you. So now we have our positive 7. I'm going to make it into a box this time. And my negative 6. So I have $7 and I spent 6. So that means I still have my one lonely dollar. All right. So do we have any more like terms to combine? Yes or no? You can either put a Y for yes, an N for no, or you could do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no. I would take either way. All right. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Love it. Look at all these brilliants. Look at all this brilliance. I love this. I love this. Look at all the no's. Go ahead. Thank you so much, everyone. Keep on tapping the screen. I love this. So we don't have any more like terms to combine. So this is your final answer. And what you just did was subtract polynomials. You subtracted a 1, 2, 3 trinomial with a 1, 2, 3 trinomial. Okay. Okay, best teacher. Aw, huge heart here. Bam, right back at you. Okay, no more like terms, but we can still simplify using the GCF. Well, my dear, what is the GCF? We got negative 3, we got negative 6, and we have a 1. Okay, so 3, 6, and 1, the only thing they have in common is a 1. Unless you want to pull out a negative 1. But it's okay for your leading coefficient. And the reason why I call this a leading coefficient, because if it's my highest degree, the number that's in front of the x, that's going to be my leading coefficient. It's okay to have a leading coefficient as a negative 1. Okay, got it. Yep, you can do that. But hey, that's what I want. I want your comments. I want your suggestions. Do not feel this is a safe zone. You know how like Planet Fitness has a no judgment, but you know we be judging when we're in that gym. You're like, what are you doing on that gymnasium? Like, just sit your butt down somewhere. Okay, so, but we do. We judge. We try not to, but we do anyway. Okay, so you want me, I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put another problem up here. And this is what I'm going to do like I do in the classroom. I want you to tell me what my answer is. Ooh, Oh, she's saying we're going to do it by ourselves. Yes, she did, in other words. So we're still going to do a subtraction. Let's see what you can do. It's okay. Breathe. I know all of a sudden everybody got real quiet. It was like a tap, and I swear I saw like a half a tap. They're like, oh, she said we're doing it by ourselves? Oh no. Remember, do the matching game after, ooh, that's x to the fourth. Ooh, it's taking up the whole thing. Okay, so it's a line right. Okay, what does the answer mean? So what is the calculation score for it's a line right? Well, right now, it's not going to be a line. Right now, we're just combining polynomials, okay? In order for this to be a line, first off, we need two variables, okay? We need an x and we need a y. The reason why is if I cross my two pens, okay, I'm just going to get in your way for a second, ladies and gentlemen. So when I cross my two pens, I have a y-axis and I have an x-axis, okay? So right now, we only have one variable, which is the x's. So it's not going to give me a line, okay? Like I think the equation get put on a graph, and that's the answer. So again, we factor out the -1 for the second expression. Okay, so that means we have our keep KFC. Don't forget that. Okay, yes, I see what you mean. Thank you. Not a problem. Okay. All right. I think you can see the whole problem. All right. The pen thing was perfect. Not a problem. I try. Been teaching for 22 years, so I hope I know what I'm talking about. There are days that we wonder. There are days. But now I'm not in the classroom anymore, so I actually run my own online math tutoring business, and this is year 5, and I'm just striving, but this is my first year of doing this. All right, so let me see. X to the 4th is the big thing we start with. Yes, look at you, Kara. Love it. All right. So, oh, cool. All right. Thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. So right now, I really want you to try to work it out. I know some of you probably like, girl, I'm just waiting for you to get it done. I'm here for your entertainment. I appreciate it. I really do. It's like, I can't see the leading coefficient in the first one. Okay. In the first one, the leading coefficient is 5. Okay, so 5x to the 4th minus 4x cubed minus 3x minus 4 minus 2x minus 6x cubed minus 2x to the 4th. Okay, not a problem. Are we going to start with the sign switch? Yes. Your keep change or keep flip change. Yes. Leading coefficient was what I meant by the big thing we start with. Yes. See, don't worry. I speak I speak student lingo. It's perfectly fine. Okay, how are we feeling? Happy early love day. Aw, cute. I got lost, send help. All right, keep breathing. So we have 7x to the 4th. We have good. All right, so. All right, we're going to send help. Remain calm. It's like, is the first part 7x to the fourth? Let's see. So we have 5x to the fourth, because that's my highest degree. But remember, we're going to keep the first parenthesis. So that gives me my 5x to the fourth minus 4x cubed minus 3x minus 4. We're going to flip from a minus to a plus. And we're going to change the second parenthesis. So that means it's a negative 2x plus 6x cubed plus 2x to the fourth. So we'll get started on this first one. So we have my highest degree is x to the fourth. And we match it with my plus 2x to the fourth. So for all those that said it's going to be 7x to the fourth, round of applause, my people. Yes, snaps. Good job. So we got rid of those x to the fourths. Okay, I found it. 7x to the fourth. Good. I hard pressed the number on my keyboard and it gave me the option. Okay, it's hard to... Yes, it is. It really is hard to put that exponent. It's like I got 36 on my algebra benchmark. It's okay. Polo, breathe, my baby. It's all right. Okay. Oh, we got to change the signs. Yes. So you keep, you flip, and you change. KFC. All right. So Beth is saying that the next is going to be x to the third. Yes, it is, because we're going down in descending order. What did you guys get for your x to the thirds? Oops. They do algebra, right? Yes. So I got 2x raised to the third, 2x raised to the third. I don't know what algebra is. And that's all right, Angle. I love how your name is Angle. And you're like, I don't know what algebra is. It's okay. But I can break it down for you. You just keep watching and you'll be all right. So I got 2x to the thirds. All right. So we have a negative 4x to the third. And we have a positive 6x to the third. So I have $6. I spent $4. That means I have 2x to the third. Look at all these smart people. I love it. Good job, my babies. Good job. I love it. I hope you were proud of yourselves. I hope you were like, yes, I got this. And if you didn't get it and you're just joining in, that's okay. I love how someone's name is Miss Audrey. Hey, namesake. How you doing? All right. What's the next ones? What do we have to combine next? Okay. Oh, it's Kara. Being number one with negative 5x is next. I got a negative 5x. I got a positive 5x. Okay. Angle. It's okay, Angle. All we're doing is playing the matching game. So you want to match x with x. This is a negative 3x. And this is a negative 2x. Think of it. Both signs are the same. So if I'm down $3 and I'm borrowing another $3 from somebody, that means I owe somebody $5. And if I'm owing somebody, that's going to be a negative and 5x. Okay, so if the signs are the same, two negatives equal a positive, right? When you're multiplying, Beth. So when you're multiplying, a negative times a negative will give you a positive, but we're adding. Okay, Make sure you know when you're adding and if the signs are the same, it sticks with that sign. All right? Okay. So it's actually going to be a negative 5x. So the x's are gone. Is there anything left? Awesome. Good. Okay, my butterfly says negative 4. Yes. So if we don't have anything to combine it with, if I can't break it down, people, I'm going to bring it down. There it is. So that negative 4 just comes on down, and that's going to be my constant. Okay, I've always found the ideas of negative numbers confusing. Yes, Aaron, and you are not by yourself. So please do not beat yourself up, because a lot of people usually get confused because there's different rules for different things. All right. So if anything, we have an x to the 4th, we have x to the 3rd, we have an x, and we have a constant. So we don't have any more like terms. So ladies and gentlemen, you guys are doing awesome. You just basically following you. Thank you. You basically just subtracted polynomials. Okay, I hand my headphones to my daughter before bed. She's 4th grade. She adores listening to you. Aw, learning from you. I appreciate that, because I'm hoping that I'm trying to take that crazy stigma away. Anybody can do math, okay? Anybody, and all you guys are doing math. All right. Sometimes you're doing math and you can't even speak, and you didn't even know it. I've been speaking all day. All right. When you had to make a decision of what you wanted to order your latte, you had to make a decision of, am I going to take this road or that road? Anytime you had to put some logic into your argument, you're doing math. And I don't think you guys really understand that. Like, I didn't even know I can do that. Yes, you're doing it. And this is why I love doing this. This is why I don't want them to take TikTok away, because I'm just discovering you guys. You guys are just discovering me. I'm just discovering you. So, do you do private tutoring? I need help with pre-calculus and all college algebra currently. Yep, I do. Actually, that's what I've been doing besides talking to you guys this afternoon and now. I do private tutoring. You can find my website in my bio. The link is in my bio, so you can just click on that, take a rummage around, fill out the contact form, and then we can talk from there, okay? I love doing this. I love breaking things down. And some people actually know that the book that I'm actually using, I created this book. I needed something for my tutoring clients because their notes were all over the place. You know, Carol can tell you, I think Tink is still here. She can tell you, like, this is an example of what my kids' notes look like. And this is not too bad, but here's the problem. When I asked him, what does this say? He couldn't tell me. He's so used to just writing down what the teacher said to write down, but it wasn't like, okay, write this section down and then stop and then let me explain to you what you just wrote. So people don't do that too much anymore. Or like, okay, let me write this down. Okay, what is this? This is a definition of a coefficient. Let me give you an example of a coefficient. So all that's missing. So when kids write down their notes, they're just writing it down and working on their penmanship. So when you have something like this, it purposely kind of gives you a section to write down formulas, so you can see that formula so much quicker. If you have the steps, if you notice that there's a step, like for us to do the subtraction, I know the first thing I will do is keep, flip, change, okay? And then after I do that, then I'm going to combine like terms. You see how you can kind of have all this off to the side? So if kids were taking, like, say, an open notes quiz, they can actually get the information that they need, and they no longer have to flip through all the pages of packets that teachers are giving them. in order to figure out what answers or what they need. Thank you. Not a problem. I need to steal my headphones back. I was a virgin of homeschooled. Okay, they pulled me out of math. I noticed that. I noticed that a lot of homeschoolers, they generally spend a lot of time with the English, with history, but they don't spend that much time with math. And I actually have a friend that does homeschooling, and she actually helps homeschool parents with, all their curriculum. So if anyone's homeschooling and you need some assistance, I can definitely hook you up with her. And then we can chit chat. I am one of those people that I give praise to people who needs it. I want to make sure that you're going to be okay. Can you also help with? No, that's definitely not me. I know, Lindsay, you're trying. I appreciate you, girl, but no, that's not me. Let's do another problem. I have to pass the college placement test. All right. They thought my brain couldn't handle the next level. Your brain can handle anything. Okay? Your brain can handle anything. I need help. I'm going to see if I do. If anything, message me, Lindsay, to see if I can find someone for you. So I want to kind of get an idea of what exactly you need. Okay? Butterfly, I majored in math with a minor in STEM. Yes, I want to bridge the gap for math. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, it's just chemistry math. I know, but that is just my brain just cannot. I'm not even going to lie to you. All right, so another problem let by request. Let's see what I got here. Okay, we'll go another subtraction, and then I'm going to show a little bit of multiplication. All right, so let's go with one more subtraction. Let's say, I'll put it right here. See if you guys can see that. All right, so 7x cubed minus 9x squared minus 7x minus 8. Then we're going to subtract 8 minus 4x squared minus 6x cubed. Okay, I think we got it all on there. I know it feels like a 20-mile problem, but we're going to go through it step by step. All right, so give it a try. Remember, first step, then the next step. Take your time. All right, take your time. So for those that are coming in, we're just trying to solve this problem. Make sure that we're good with subtracting polynomials. Here's a quick reminder. You want to combine your like terms. Basically, you're playing the matching game. Well, hello, the groove back. How you doing? Hey, Miss Mary. How are you doing? Okay, when you're ready for me to go over, give me some thumbs ups. Hey, Famous. Thank you so much. I already got a thumbs up. Awesome. All right. Miss Neg. Good. Got another thumbs up. All right. Just give us a little time. All right. Oh, sorry. I was not supposed to type it out. That's okay. What was the number before the x cube? If it was in the beginning, it's a 7x cubed. The other one is a negative 6x cubed. Let me see if I can fit it all on the screen. Okay. All right, so a couple more thumbs up. Hello, Miss Reed. All right. Good. Thank you so much for the lights. I appreciate it, guys. So much. All right. Can I do one more minute and then we can go through the first steps? If that sounds like a good thing, go ahead and tap. Because once I see a flood of hearts, I'll be like, oh, okay. People are listening. Thank you. All right, thank you. All right, Angle, how you feeling? We're gonna make you a conversion. We're gonna convert you. Because you're gonna be amazed. All right, so what are my 3 letters? What's the first thing I should be doing? The very first thing. You could just represent with the 3 letters. Put it in the chat. Yes. Let's see it. Yes. So you can say keep, change, flip. You can say keep, flip, change. As long as I got my 3 letters. All right. So I got my 2. Hello, Wendy. All right. So we're going to keep that first parenthesis. We're going to flip that minus to a plus. And then we're going to change all the signs of the second parenthesis. Hey, Lynette. Yep. My friend Lynette is in here. If you have a child that needs to learn how to do math and want to learn it in a fun, cool way called the abacus. And you're probably like, what the hell is that, Audrey? Now, the abacus, if you ever text the word math in your phone, like you're sending someone a text message and you text the word math, you'll see this little box with little beads. That's an abacus. And that's not a new thing. It's been around for centuries, not even decades, centuries. Okay, it's an art form. So if you have anybody, I want to say 4 years old up to 7 years old. No, I think it was that. Yeah, it was 4 to 7. You want to reach out to her, definitely link up with her. I was just about to go live too. Yep. Don't worry. I can switch over to you after we're done. But we've got one more thing. So keep first parenthesis, flip minus to a plus, and then change all the signs. Okay, so I know some amazing people. I like to surround myself with a lot of positive people, and I'm learning that I'm getting more positive people on here. All right. Yes, like 3 years old to 8 years old. Okay, definitely. So please follow my friend Lynette if you're really interested. She breaks it down so simple. Even I was able to figure it out. Okay. So now let's see. Are you using a math notebook? Yep. I already went through the whole spiel. So my highest degree, people, what is my highest degree? Put in the chat, what is my highest degree? Yes, Famous, x cubed. I know it's hard to do the cube, but I appreciate you. Okay? So the highest degree, x cubed. X cubed. Lady T, hey. Okay? So the highest degree, think of the temperature. Yes, x cubed. So anything with the x cubes, let's combine those bad boys first. So we have 7 plus 6. So we're looking at 13 x cubed. Okay, so we have our 13x cubed. So now our x cubes are done. Next ones should be the squares. So our negative 9x squared with our 4x squared. Yes, I love how people are like, it's x squared. So negative 9 plus 4, the signs are different. If I think of it this way, I have $4. I'm trying to buy something that's $9. That means I'm going to be short $5. Okay, so the x squares are done. But I have this negative 7x. What do I do with this? Oh, thank you so much for the follow. But what do I do with this negative 7? Write it. Bring it down. Yes, if I can't break it down and there's nothing else to combine, I just simply bring it down. So that means that negative 7x is down. Now this is the one that gets a lot of people right here. Negative 8 plus negative 8. Is the answer 0 or negative 16? Negative 8 plus negative 8. Is the answer 0 or negative 16? Okay, so far I got one answer. There's what, 21 of us here. Lovely. Okay, I got 2 answers. Are they the right answers though? Ooh, she putting pressure? I got 3 because the signs are the same. Oh, look at her repeating after me. Look at this. Who says you're not learning? Same sign, so you add. Look at all of this. It's like, oh, we're going to shut TikTok down. I don't know about that, but here we go. Never know. Negative 16. Let me get 2 more people before I show the answers. Because right now, I'm so full of joy right now. You have no idea. No idea. About to bring me to tears. Come on, can I get one more person? One more person. Is it 0 or negative 16? Thank you, Aaron. Boom. Negative 16. All right. So we have our x cubed, we have our x squared, we have an x, and we have a constant. So we do not have any more. So that's our final answer. All right. Look at this. All right. If you got that same exact answer, I want to see smiles. Okay. I got it right. I could cry. Hey, I'll be crying with you. Let's do it. Because I am so proud of you guys. Look at this. Let me see these smiles. Yes, put them in there. Put them in there. I want to raise it. Raise it. Keep smiling. I want to see it. You guys should be very proud of yourselves. Extremely proud of yourselves. Because things like this, guess what? You learned that in what? Half an hour? There are so many people, so many kids nowadays, it would take us 2 class periods. And the class periods, some class periods are like 60 minutes. Some kids, they have 80-minute classes. Some kids have 45-minute classes. And for my 45-minute class, it would take them 2 classes. And guess what? You did it the first time in less than what, 20 minutes? Come on. Come on. I'm 58 and just did this for the first time in my life. Tracy, yes. Preach it. Shell, yes. Aaron, get it, girl, yes. Okay, we need more brain. We need more. My brain start working. I know. Yeah, gotta dust it off. Gotta dust it off. So now, let's take this a step further. Like as I mentioned before, we were going to do subtraction, which we did. So we got the KFC. So now I want to do a little bit, because we only got a little bit more. Because believe it or not, I got another client at 10 o'clock tonight. This is my life. Today has been insane. But now I want to let me see if I can shrink this down a little bit. I want to jump into multiplication. Okay. I want us to multiply polynomials. Okay. No fear. We got this. Breathe. People are like, I'm having flashbacks. No, you're fine. It's okay. All right. So now, when you're multiplying, this is the key. This is, I think someone mentioned earlier, this is the part when it comes to exponents that we need to understand. So when it comes to exponents, when you're multiplying, you're going to add the exponents. Okay, you're going to add the exponents. This is key. So I'm not going to make them too long because this is our first time seeing it and since we're a fetus, okay? So when we're multiplying, what we're doing is we're simply adding. Okay, so I'm going to say 3x. Okay, so I got 3x times x minus 5. I'm going to start off nice and slow. Okay, we're going to take it easy. We're going to take a breath. So we have our 3x times x. It's almost like I want to say you have a pack of gum and you need to give a piece of gum to both of your friends. Now think about it. If your friend had a pack of gum and all of a sudden they just gave gum to one friend, but they didn't give gum to you, how would you feel? You feel left out. You'd be like, did I crush your spirit? Like, what's going on? Why can't I get some gum, right? So when it comes to what this is called distributive property, when you distribute, you want to give to everyone inside of the parenthesis. And when you distribute, you multiply. So when I don't see an exponent, it's assumed to be a 1. Are we okay? Are we breathing? Are we all right? Okay, we're going to take it step by step. If you don't see a number in front of the variable, it's also assumed to be a 1. Okay, so Lady T, is it 3x squared minus 15? Close. Take a look at your 15, lady. Take a look at your 15. So 3 times 1 gives me 3. X times x will give me x squared. Because if you think about it, I have 1x here, I have 1x there. If I add them together, I'm going to get 2 x's. Hence the x squared. There is a minus sign. We're going to bring that minus sign down. And now we're going to do the process once more. So we got a 3, but this time I'm going to multiply it to the 5. 3 times 5 gives me 15. But it's not just a 3, it's a 3x. So there's 1x here, but there's no x's here. So that means I'm going to bring down my x. Okay, so we have 3x squared minus 15x. x. Yeah, so Shell's got it. All right. So how are we doing? Was that too much? Okay, I get it. Okay. All right, and since we don't have any like terms, that's going to be our final answer. Okay, so we're going to start off slow. Trust me, it could get more intense than this, but we're not doing that tonight. Okay, we want to stimulate the brain, not kill it. All right, we don't want to overdo it. Okay? I don't want to put you in like some kind of craziness. All right, so let me do another example. Let's see if I can make sure I'm still in frame here. So if I said 4x, we'll stick with the 4x squared. Let's make it a little bit. So 4x squared times 2x minus 9. Yeah, we'll keep it right there for right now. All right, so 4x squared times 2x minus 9. So since we're multiplying, we're distributing. So we distribute here and here. That's why if you notice some teachers are always doing the arrow, they're doing the arrow to help you to remember that that's exactly what you're doing. You are multiplying to everything inside of that parenthesis. Okay. All right. Love your teaching style. Thank you, Audrey. I appreciate it. I like to break things down. Okay, I don't like to rush into it. That we got enough of that. We just need to actually learn it at another pace. So I have a couple people chiming in and it looks very consistent. All right. So multiply 4 times 2, that gives us our 8. X squared times x. So there's 2 x's here. There's 1 x there. That means there is 3 x's in our midst. That minus sign comes down. So 4 times 9. 4 times 9, that gives me 36. There's 2 x's here for the x squared, but there's no x's here. So I'm just going to bring down my x squared. Okay, thank you. I tried to make different colors so it can pop. So 8x cubed minus 36x squared, since they are not the same type of x's. This is a cube, this is a square. So that means we don't have like terms, and that's my final answer. All right, so how are we feeling? How are we feeling? A couple of my usuals got a little quiet. I'm not sure if they left. Okay. Okay, on the day you feel devilish, do some polynomial long division. Haha. Oh, yes. Do not tempt me. Because you know I will. Because I am definitely going to be doing some long division. We need to bring that back. As I said earlier today, and I'll say it again now, once the classrooms introduced calculators into their realm, a lot of teachers basically said, you know what? We don't have to worry about doing multiplication cadence, and we don't have to worry about long division because they have the calculators. So why should we do all that? So, but guess what? We have to bring it back because they do long division, as one person mentioned, that they do long division for polynomials. Okay, I love synthetic division. Of course, everyone does. But this is what we have to do. Idle hands, right? All right, everyone's feeling good, feeling great. Can we not factor out x squared out of the expression? You always want to factor out x squares. We could if you're going back to your original. Okay, So right now we're doing the multiplication to get, it's almost like Jeopardy. You know how Jeopardy, your answer is in the form of a question? Okay, that's what factoring does. But we're doing the reverse, okay? We're finding the answer, okay? If I gave you that 8x cubed minus 36x squared first, and I didn't have this part here, we just focused on this, then I would say, yes, you're factoring. That's when you do the whole factoring out, okay? Long division for the win. Feel like Mortal Kombat is going to be like, finish it. Because there's so many different ways of doing it nowadays. Okay. So big homie, does that make sense? Like if I gave you, that's his name, guys. I'm not just making it up. All right. So if I gave you 8x cubed minus 36x squared as the original problem, that's when you'll factor out your x squares and you also see what 8 and 36 have in common. But right now, we're not starting off with that. We're starting off with the simple multiplication. So we're trying to combine things. So would x squared 8x? I'm trying to understand your question. Okay. Thank you, Tom Tom, for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Okay, so are we all right? You want to try another one? I'm kind of waiting for Big Homie to finish your sentence. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate it. All right, so some people like to put things together and others take them apart. Okay, all right, I got you. So Matt, all right, I get you, Aaron. Thank you. Be correct as well. So x squared 8x. You can, if they want it in the complete form, you can leave it like this. But I know most times you can if you wanted to factor out, because truthfully, it is a correct answer, big homie. Okay, that is a correct answer. But I know sometimes with tests and exams, they'll probably just keep it in this framework. So you're not wrong. Okay? All right. Math picks up so quick. I remember struggling with this last year. It does get better. It does. All right. So let's do a couple more. And then I'm going to have to pass out because it's been a nuts day. No, I can't pass out because I got a 10 o'clock kid. All right. But 4, though, can be factored from 8 and 36. Yes, it can. But you notice when you factor it out, you're taking it right back to your original. Right? So don't go too deep. If we're factoring, yes, factor out that 4x squared. But right now, we're just multiplying polynomials. All right? Okay, yeah, that isn't the point, though. Okay, all right. So let's try one more. Will that work? Yay? All right, so I'll see if we can, for the multiplying, let's say we have negative 5x to the 4th, okay, 2x to the 3rd, minus, see, I'm going to make it a little zhizhy, minus 4x squared plus 7. Ooh, she getting fancy. All right, let me raise it up. So 1, it's not in the dark. I got to work on my lighting. I know. I'm sorry. All right, so we have negative 5x to the 4th, 2x cubed, minus 4x squared, plus 7. So I'm going to leave you alone for a moment and go ahead and figure it out. And when I tell you, put your answer in the chat, but don't do it right away, okay? Did you add music from your stereo or from the app? From the stereo, Lynette. It's on my computer. I'm telling you, one day I'm going to take a picture of my setup. Your guys going to laugh hysterically. You're going to be like, girl, I'm surprised your house didn't catch on fire. All right. Okay, so if you feel that you're ready to put your answer up, go ahead and put your answer up. Aaron, check your last number. Okay. Okay, remember, guys, judgment free. I appreciate that. We're here to learn. There's no stress. There's no test at the end. Okay. Okay, Nia. Take a look at the sign for the middle number and your last number. Make sure you distribute to everybody. Remember, everybody wants gum. Got to give gum to everyone. Okay, got you, Aaron. And then Shell. Take a look at your exponent for the last one. I see you, big homie. Nice job. Okay. Good. Miss Nay. And I'm stuck. Not a problem. Okay, so let's see if we can help Nia out. Is that all right? Yes, you got that. Adam. Shay. There you go, Shell. There we go. All right, so as a collaboration, let's see if we can help Nia out. So she started off strong. We're distributing. Using the wrong pen. We're distributing everything inside the parenthesis. So now, a negative times a positive gives me a negative. So when you're multiplying and the signs are opposite, your answer is always going to be negative. Okay? All right, thank you, Jesus. I always get the signs incorrect. That's all right. You know, it's okay. We're making those adjustments, right? So now 5 times 2, that gives us 10. So we have 4 x's out here. We have 3 x's in there. Combined will give us 7 x's. Okay? So when you're multiplying, you're adding the exponents. So that's how you got the 7. Now, this is the part that got you, Nina. A negative times a negative, when the signs are the same when you're multiplying, your answer is always going to be positive. So negative 5 times negative 4, that will give me a positive 20. And you were right with the exponent, which gave me x to the 6th power. So you just had to change that minus to a plus. You're okay? I see the, what's this? Oh, how did I miss that? Thank you. Not a problem. Not a problem. Oh, let's say. One of my former kiddos is in here. So now, last part. Negative 5x to the 4th. We got to distribute to our friend 7. So we're not just bringing the 7 down. We still have to multiply. Okay? So we have negative 5 and positive 7. The signs are opposite with multiplication. That means it's going to be a negative. 5 times 7, 35. And we have x to the 4th. There's no x's next to the 7, so we just bring down the x to the 4th. Okay? So now we don't have any like terms. So this is our final answer. All right. How are you feeling? Okay, are we feeling okay? All right, so non-judgmental. This is math, and you're doing it. And I am so very proud of you. Yes, there's going to be some things. Where did the x to the 4th come from at the end? Not a problem. So remember, we were distributing this negative 5x to the 4th. Okay? So since we're distributing, that means we had to multiply that negative 5x to the 4th. And then we have this plus 7. So when we distribute that negative 5 with the 7, we got the negative 35. It's like, so now we got the x to the 4th. That x to the 4th don't just stay outside. That comes with the negative 5. So since there's 4 x's here, we got to bring that 4 x's down. All right, I need you for my t's. Oh, I will try. I haven't done t's in a while. Thanks. I see where I went wrong. Okay, awesome. So Nina, how are you doing? And be truthful. This is where you have to be truthful. This is the only thing. Because heck, there might be times I make a mistake. Hey, I'm not perfect. There's only one person that is. And he's a spirit. Okay, I feel good about this. All right, awesome. All right, so let's do, if you can, do a round of taps. These taps I know is going to be kind of technically for me, but I want this to be about you. I want you to tap your screens to celebrate yourself because you stayed here for this whole time doing adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials at a good rate without seeing a textbook. You didn't see in the classroom, and you did all this in about, I don't even know how many minutes I've been on here, for a while. Since 8:30 this evening, all right? And roughly it's about to turn to 10. I am so proud of you, okay? I am so very proud of you. So this is what I'm trying to do on a regular. We'll see. I'm definitely want to keep this 8:30 slot. A lot of my students I generally get in the afternoons. But again, if you do need assistance, if you like, and I almost didn't show you about this part, other than the notes, if you ever get stuck with my math notebook that I created, I also have these things, okay? This is a factor sheet. Kids nowadays cannot, and I really have to repeat, they can't read multiplication charts. None of them. The struggle is real. So what I did was I designed a factor chart to kind of help students with their multiplication and also with their division. So I go multiplication from 1 to not 100, but to 200. In addition to that, I have your rules of integers, okay? Adding with examples, subtracting with examples, multiplying and dividing, as well as if you were to do word problems. There are the most commonly used words for any kind of word problems that's representing addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, equals, and also inequalities. So, oh, thank you so much. This is so awesome. So then you're dealing with linear. So if you're going more into, I forgot who said something about graphing. I think it was you, Aaron. I'm not sure. But if you're doing anything with graphing, linear, and also quadratics, I have the forms that is right here. Also, the order of operations. I think a lot of students, especially our 4th and 5th graders, they're starting to get into the order of operations right now. Then we have the properties of exponents. We did this tonight. Okay, we did this one. When you have the same base and you're multiplying, you add the exponents. So boom, you already got one of the laws done. Look at you. All right. Then we go a little bit more into trig. Okay, the Pythagorean theorem. SOHCAHTOA, sine, cosine, tangent. So this starts getting a little bit more advanced. Then also we have volume and surface area. Then in addition to that, the unit circle. This is what a lot of people will see, especially if they're in Algebra 2. So if you have a kiddo that's going in Algebra 2, second semester, this is going to be their new best friend, all right? But like of anything, anytime you do math, I also incorporate brain breaks. Okay, so you have your mazes. All right, everything is in here. I have like a little color span so people can just mindlessly just color just to help them to refocus their brain. That is so important. Also, pixel art. If kids are into pixel art, here's a section for that, and they also can sketch. I used to have a class where kids weren't really into sports, but they could sketch like the Dickens. So give them a space to do that. So not only do I have all of this in here to keep track and to keep tabs, if they ever have a teacher that says, look, I really want you to keep this paper in your notes, guess what? You can have them tape that inside the graph side of the notes. And the other side, they can summarize what is on that paper. This is just another way of learning and understanding math. So, okay, what time and days do you come online? So Monday through Friday, I'm here at 1 o'clock. I decided 1 o'clock is the best time because I have a 2 o'clock person, so I can't stay the whole hour. But also I'll be here, and this is all Eastern Standard Time. And at 8:30, Monday through Friday, yeah, I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to be here as well to help in the second part. So Saturdays and Sundays, I still have my tutoring. I have my tutoring kiddos. But if you guys need assistance and some of you guys are going after your GED and all that stuff, please do not hesitate to go to the link in my bio. Look under ACG Math Tutoring. I have a few things on there now. Okay, you can get access to my books if you want a digital copy, or if you actually want the copy, which is printed off from Amazon. I have some courses now that's in there. If you're taking the GED or the Accuplacer or ASVAT, or if you just need remediation with algebra, I have courses that's also in my website that you can get access to. And you also can get me if you need tutoring. All right. So, it's a workbook. It kind of is a workbook, but this is all the stuff that I've been doing since I've been kind of going live here and there. And I think I'm just kind of like designing it. So it's really like a notebook. So because these formulas is what I put in based off what we're doing, and then give everybody space to have their notes. So it organizes it a little bit more. Because kids' notes are all over the place. There's one kid that goes like this, writing, and all of a sudden going this way. I felt like I was getting seasick. And it just kind of gives you all that. Always 10x. I know. I always do so much. I have never seen that. Yes. So how convenient. You wrote a textbook. I did. I was like, I got tired of my kids having their stuff all over the place. It's very nice. I was that kid. Yes. And then when you looked at your notes, you're like, what did I just write? I have no idea what's going on. But it gives you that section to write down the formulas, especially like for slope. If I come over, here I go with the formula for slope. So if I have a homework assignment and I just want to know how to do it, I can go straight to the formula and boom, I just get started. I have some examples I can look at over to the side. If I want to, I can write the steps down. And if your kids, they can say, hey, go to your teacher and you guys can discuss what the steps are so they can make sure they have the right steps every time they do this. And here's one thing. You cannot study math by doing this. Yeah, okay, I got that. Yeah, all right, I got that. That's good. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, I did this. All right, I studied. This is amazing. No. Okay, this is how you study math. You get a problem. You get a separate sheet of paper. You copy that problem on that separate sheet of paper. You take your notes, you put it off to the side, and then you do the problem on that separate sheet of paper. Once you get an answer, you bring the notes back, and then you use your paper and you use your notes as an answer key. That's how you're supposed to study math. But here's my thing. Probably no one ever told you that, right? Probably no one ever told you that. That's how you study math. Math is its own language. Math is its own entity. And I'm wondering where this kid is because right now I'm 2 minutes over. But I'm keeping an eye out. So as soon as he comes on, I'm going to be like, all right, bye, I got to go. All right. So this is what is going on. All right. So if you're interested in this, that's great. If not, if you want to keep seeing me, hey, that's awesome. That'll be wonderful because I love to do these things. And if you do have a suggestion, I know long division will be on my manifest, but we're going to probably do a little bit more multiplying tomorrow evening. And then I'm going to be doing more solving of multi-step equations in the morning. I try not to do the same things on both times, just to zhuzh things up. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to check to see what's going on with my 10 o'clock. And hopefully you guys are having an amazing evening. Please be safe. And I will see you guys next time. I am so proud of you. You guys are kicking butt and I'm taking names. I love it. All right. Have a great night. Take care now. Bye now. You're so welcome. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.